Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. It's March 9th here in Iowa. Your host, Nathan Creeps, joined by my co-host, the Big Daddy Board Sheller. Bryce, I am absolutely devastated that we're not on a golf course right now playing. It's so freaking nice out.
I know. I have on my notes that golf season has officially started.
Started for
we'll
you
be out there soon.
Started for you in the middle of February.
Yeah, technically it started last year right after Christmas.
This is like
Des Moines is Miami now.
You know, shit. This is like golf in the Bahamas for you.
Yep, we did get out yesterday. Today, tomorrow would have been perfect days, but we got things to do. Got real life.
Where'd you go golfing yesterday?
Beaver Creek, in between Granger and Dallas Center Grimes.
Okay. Shoot well?
Yeah, it's okay. We did, but we had a 5-year-old or a 2-year-old with us, so it's just like the focus was way off. Yeah, shot just fine. Everything's really hairy. Feels like you're hitting on carpet, but it was fun. Great day for it.
My brother and I, were getting our memberships tomorrow.
Where did you end up deciding? Because obviously Dyke is closed.
So Dyke is having their meeting tomorrow. So we're going to find out a lot of information what's going on over at Fox Ridge. But it was time for us to find a new course no matter what. We really want to do men's league, and Dyke never had it. So we have chosen South Hills by the casino here, by the Isle Casino, Waterloo. But it's like a package deal, right? So you get South Hills, you get the other two courses, like Gates and one other one in Waterloo. So it's 3 courses.
Nice.
We're able to get the golf cart membership because that was big. That's why we always chose Dyke. You can buy the golf cart membership, right? I don't want to buy fucking membership and come and
then also have to pay for the cart,
right?
Yeah.
So finally for this year, so it worked out as perfect timing. They're actually allowing a golf cart membership, so we're gonna go get that bad boy secured. I just can't wait for Tuesday night men's leagues.
Yeah, just having guaranteed golf every week is super nice. Like stuff that you pay for it every time, but like I totally agree. That's one of the main complaints I hear from people that buy memberships is like, why am I also swiping my card after I bought this membership?
Right.
Like that just seems like take it up front. That's great though. That's kind of what they do here. The Waveland, Blank, and Grandview Jester package. I think that's going to be awesome for you. It's nice to have the variety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
I've played Gates one time with Mossman and Colby way back in like 2015.
I was gonna say I haven't even heard of those courses, but I haven't really played much golf up there.
Gates is more in the middle-ish of Waterloo, and then South Hills is nice. I played there last year. I want to switch it up, and I actually really like that course. So that'll be our main course we play at for the most time.
Cool. Yeah, it's getting close. I mean, we have a little dip in the temperature here. I know we'll get into some weather records and stuff here in a minute, but then it seems like it gets really nice again the next weekend.
I sure hope so.
And then we're actually flying down to Austin, Texas on Thursday, and it's going to be 80, 85, 89. Dude, we're going to roast. We're going to be so sunburnt next pod.
Yeah, you are. We need it, man. I'm sick of looking this light and depressed, and I'm just happy I'm happy we're doing a podcast when the light is actually outside.
Yeah, your whole room's illuminated. That's amazing. Mine is too.
I got the window cracked. I can actually hear the world breathing, people walking around. It's so refreshing.
It's the best. You know how Colby's house over on, what was that?
Lauren Drive?
Just over in Lauren, north side of town, Cedar Falls, had that park put in. Mm-hmm. Well, we just had that in our neighborhood, and it's just like the best sound. You have the birds, the kids playing. I'm like, oh, that's just peak spring.
Life is come back to normal. We're going to be all right, people. I'm sorry you had to listen. People who listen to us for the last 3 months, you deserve a pat on the back because
you do.
We barely made it through. I don't know how you guys made it through.
We started recording today with smiles and laughter. I haven't heard that in months.
Oh, yeah, much needed. What else did you get done this week? You went to the movies?
Yeah, we saw the Peaky Blinders movie limited theater release. I went to the Palms Theater, which is always a good time, but it was a 10 p.m. showing. So we hit a bar or two before Mom and Dad came and met me and Darian, and we were a little tipsy going into the theater.
Did you drink while you're at the movie theater?
You can there, but I was already good.
It's a double-edged sword because we've done it a couple of times. One's a little bit more expensive, obviously. 2, if you're pre-gaming and then you go to the movie theaters, I feel like you got to keep drinking. So credit to you for holding off. And 3, you got to piss a lot, and I have a terrible bladder.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
I didn't want to awaken the beast, which I had already gone a couple times. So, overall didn't love the movie. I don't know if it was because we were tipsy and we were just like seeing through like, oh, these guys are like acting. But in my opinion, it just didn't live up to the hype of the show. And I don't think I've ever said this on the show. I'm a huge fan of the series, the whole universe of Peaky Blinders, but didn't love the movie. So excited for when it comes out on Netflix to compare what I thought to what everyone else thinks. But did that Friday, kind of chilled out Saturday, and then played some golf Sunday.
Nice. Yeah.
You got a kind of a crazy note on here. What'd you do this weekend?
Yeah, so we went to La Crosse, Wisconsin. My nephew-in-law lives up there, and so does my sister-in-law. So we went and visited them. It's too bad because the weather was super nice the day before and was super nice the day after. We go, it's just windy and fucking cold. So we really couldn't do much besides doing the same shit we do here, bar hopping. And
but a good place to bar hop. There's a lot of bars in Wisconsin.
Yeah. If you listen to last week's podcast, I basically said, like, that's the shit I got to quit doing. Well, I did it again. It was a little bit smarter and didn't get any mixed drinks. It's kind of kept with the IPAs and Coors Light, but we had enough of them feel a little bit funky the next day. Luckily, there was a whole bunch of basketball that got me through the day, but it was a good time. Yeah, cool area. Second time I've ever been there, but we didn't go downtown La Crosse, like where all the bars are. I think we kind of hung around the north side because they actually live in Holman, which is just on the north side of La Crosse.
Yeah, you're so further away from the river, further away from like the downtown.
That's a drive you don't want to do hungover. You get up there in Northeast Iowa, it's curvy, it's windy, it's snaky, and the wife took over the second half of the drive so I could watch the first half of the UNI men's basketball game.
Yeah. Oh man, great weekend. Didn't quite make it a perfect weekend. We'll get into that towards the end of the show, but yeah, that man, what a surprise.
Mm-hmm. But
MVC champs.
Yeah,
you're driving hungover.
Yeah, and then so the nice part about the weather is like I love opening the doors and screens and letting all the fresh air in.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't do that right now with our garage. Well, Bryce, we came home and I step outside my wife's vehicle. I look to my left and there's a big puddle of piss sitting on the garage floor. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so I take this back. It was actually like Thursday, and I look around. I'm like, there's shit everywhere. There's shit
the Panther pisser
all around the garage. Shit, piss everywhere. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I know we for sure have something here. So I open the garage doors, go digging around, and I hit underneath my black zone. I had the cover on right from the winter, and out comes a big ass rabbit, and it bolted so quick I didn't know what the hell happened. So I'm like, well, we searched everywhere. I'm like, all right, I think we got it out. So we backed all the vehicles out, and for 40 minutes we cleaned the garage, swept everything out, leaf blowed out, and got the piss stains out, and we wake up the next morning to go to work, and there's shit everywhere in the garage again. I'm like, you have
an infestation.
Yeah, I'm like, we gotta be fucking kidding me. So I go underneath the same bunny. He was right underneath that freaking grill. Yep. So, and then he bolted again. I'm like, where is he?
It was the same bunny, not a family?
No, it was the same bunny for sure. And I'm like, where the hell did he go? So I'm trying to find him, and goes underneath my car. I got to go fucking work in Cedar Rapids. So I looked over for like 20 minutes. I'm like, I wonder if he's underneath my car, which is a good thing, right? I'm like, you're going to work with me today, boy. So we go to work, and since then we haven't seen him. But
you think you took him down 380?
He might have found a new home in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So
I was wondering what that was. Like, obviously, you assume animal, but also the Panther pisser has been on the prowl pretty much all season long too. So I was hoping it wasn't like an invasion of the human variety. No. Probably better that it's an animal.
Yeah, and so I actually know this bunny. We in our back deck in the backyard for the last couple of months, there's been a rabbit sitting on our dead plant, just kind of chilling there, which is fine. And all of a sudden, we had some stray cat surrounding our house and meowing at 3 a.m. for the last couple of nights. And I guarantee that cat basically scared that bunny into our garage. So we got all sorts of shit going on here, man.
Are you sad to lose a friend?
Yeah, I'm a little sad about it. If he had a family, but dude, the amount of shit he pumped out in less than 24 hours is absolutely absurd. And he was like, the thing is, he was like jumping in our cooler, shitting in there, jumping out. He was jumping in everything and shitting in it. It was I can't go over how much shit there was.
And what's he eating in there?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. He's eating well.
Something.
He's eating damn well.
Make a lot of poop. Yeah. Well, that's an eventful way to come home for sure.
So hopefully he's gone. So because I like keeping the garage door open, just kind of chilling out there. But I'm nervous that another rabbit might get in there.
Have you had any pests since you moved in?
Pets?
Pests?
No. No, we actually haven't. We've been pretty lucky.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good start to the new home ownership. Well, I mean, I guess, how long has it been now since you've lived in that area?
It'll be 3 years in August. It'll either be 3 or 2 years in August. One of the two. I can't remember.
Crazy. Goes fast.
It's scary fast.
Things are shaping up here, Nate. This is going to be a good stretch of time. We got great basketball coming up. Really excited for our top 5 today.
Yeah, let's get into the good stuff. Enough of us too.
Let's get there. Yeah,
Bryce, we're powered today by the great MediaCom.
Our friends at MediaCom. Mm-hmm. Give me just a second to pull this up. I somehow lost our. There we go. Our great friends at MediaCom.
Oh, MediaCom.
Iowa.
Yes.
If your internet bill scares you, that's BS or total bill shock. You need to lock in. Get MediaCom fiber-powered 1 gig internet for $50 a month for 3 full years. Call 844-4FASTER for details on how to lock in your 1 gig for 3 years. Now, roll the clip.
Lock in speed, lock in price, lock in gig. MediaCom fiber-powered 1 gig internet. Now just $50 a month. Locked in for 3 years. No hesitation, no bill shock. Shop online today.
The clip has been rolled.
I am starting to wonder if we can get any eligibility from Jeremy on the Iowa men's basketball team right now. Can he knock down 3-pointers? I'm not asking him to dribble and drive or play defense. Can he shoot 3-pointers?
How tall is Jeremy?
A good 6 foot, 6'1".
Okay. That's a tall service man.
Right. We could work with a multi-man. So if he can't play basketball, I know he can damn well get you set up for MediaCom and a great internet connection.
If you're streaming with no legs during March, you will not see a very tall or 3-point capable Iowa Hawkeyes team, but you will not have a single leg the entirety of the tournament. That's for sure.
Yeah, ready to go. Can't wait for it. Best time of the year. Been watching conference tournaments all last couple of days, and they've got me taken care of, so I appreciate them for making that happen.
You were totally right. The Arch Madness still lives up to the hype. Still love it.
It's just the best time of the year. The weather changes, sunlight stays out a little bit longer, and for some reason, the second it hits March, people start hitting 35-foot shots.
Yep.
And there's been all sorts.
It's just like clockwork.
Speaking
of clockwork, we didn't even mention daylight savings time. Does that affect you in your old age now?
No, I like it. It's my life is so freaking bland and boring. I like just a little bit switch up in my life. I know some people hate it, but I wouldn't be mad if they got rid of it though either. Same time, it's
you keep seeing these.
It's another
these posts too.
Yeah, all I know is it's another bonus on top of the nicer weather coming in, right? Oh, nicer weather. Oh, and Creed. Now you got March Madness, and now you got longer sunlight. So it's all like a bundle of joy, which I need.
Yeah, it all comes at once, and it's like, okay, the veil has been lifted. And I keep seeing these posts that are like, you would have like 4:30 a.m. sunrises and crazy sunsets in the winter. So I understand why they do it. I've gotten over the daylight savings time complaining.
Yeah, we don't need that. Bryce, fact of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Iowa once had dinosaurs? Truthfully, did you know?
Yes, I did know that.
You did know that.
Not the cool ones that I liked as a kid, but I did know that they had some.
Okay, so obviously, yes, there were dinosaurs back in the day. And if you were to gather all the fossils collected in Iowa, well, you'd be able to hold them in the palm of your hand. So not a lot of evidence, but we do have a few fossils that were discovered, and they belong to the duck-billed dinosaurs that lived during the Middle Cretaceous period about 100 million years ago. Where have these fossils been found? A vertebrae was found in 1930 near Akron in Plymouth County, Iowa, and another in 2000 in Guthrie County.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, not the cool ones. I was a big T-Rex fan. I think Jurassic Park put the Velociraptor on the map, and nothing like that. No.
Nothing cool.
Was it Brontosaurus?
No, nothing cool. I wish we had. I'm sure maybe we did. God, what's a mammoth? Is that right? From like Ice Age, you know?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I wonder if we had mammoths.
We had to have, right?
Is that considered a dinosaur?
A prehistoric animal, but I don't know if I don't think it's like in the dino category.
Okay.
Are you a believer in dragons?
No.
I've gone down a couple Twitter rabbit holes that have made me believe more in dragons than I thought I ever did.
You're in the dragon talk right now?
Yeah, I'm in Dragon Talk and Dragon X. Yeah. I'm not sure how I got there either, but felt applicable to the fact of the week, which is, I mean, any dinosaurs is better than no dinosaurs. Scott and Dusty, our coworker, our co-founder, got married in New Zealand. And in New Zealand, there was no native mammals to the area. Those are all human mammals that now exist on that island, which is a weird thought. So it's like, oh, of course there's dinosaurs. Well, technically there wouldn't have had to have been.
Really?
It's cool.
I guess it's in the middle of the freaking ocean, so that makes sense.
Right. Kind of weird.
All right, March 9th, weather records here in the state of Iowa. Well, it's a beautiful day today. We had 72-degree high in Des Moines, Iowa. And for March 9th, your highest temperature ever recorded, 72 degrees. So it looks like we just tied the high, and that was set back in 2021. Lowest temperature, -1 degree Fahrenheit, set back in 1912. Most precipitation, 0.85 inches in 1909. Most snow, 2.3 inches in 2023. I remember that day. I was at my brother's watching the Drake men's Bulldog. They had the last game of the night versus Washington State. And I had the work truck, and I had to drive back to work the next day. It took me 2 hours to get from freaking Waterloo to the Cedar Rapids. And we got there like, oh, man, we're canceling work.
I remember that too.
It was a freaking terrible drive.
I feel like 3 out of the last 6 we've broken a record.
Yeah, this is actually kind of crazy.
We'll
We'll be doing this
pretty good stretch here.
podcast next year if we happen to land on the same dates. Well, all those records would be 2026 and 2025. Your average high for the state, Bryce, is 45.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep, well above that today. A little dip this weekend, but
God, I know, right?
Now,
and it keeps
are
happening.
you willing to say that winter's over?
No, I'm not, because I've seen some crazy potential snow predictions for this weekend, and I'm trying not to look that far into it. I'm just giving what weather Mother Nature's giving me every day. So the more I look into it, the more depressing it gets again. Just letting basketball get me through it. However, when you go on this day, Bryce, in Iowa history, March 9th, it's March. You're getting basketball content here, and that's exactly what we got. Because in 2002, March 9th, former Indiana star, turned Hawkeye, Luke Recker, had no idea, played at Indiana prior to Iowa, hit a 10-foot floater to lead the Iowa Hawkeyes to a 71-66 victory over the Hoosiers in the Big Ten tournament, although he broke his kneecap in that same game.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Hit a floater after he broke his kneecap?
I don't know when he broke his kneecap. Maybe he broke his kneecap in the middle of the game. If
that's the case, even more impressive.
Muscle through it and then figured it out after the game. I just hope we have a player like Luke Recker come up here in the next couple of weeks for Iowa, because good Lord knows.
Now's the time. Now's the time. You can make a forever name for yourself in the state as we get into the draft segment of the 5 most impactful tournament players. Like that, this is it. Like, this is the 2 weeks that you can make a name for yourself for the rest of your life. Luke Recker.
Let's go some motorcycles, playing some music.
Nice.
That's
nice.
I like that. Yeah, we need it. Well, your Iowa news, it's basically really sports here today, besides some sad news. And this affects me personally, Bryce. A small town bar in Iowa just announced today that they're closing permanently.
Backburner and Tiffin. Tell me about the Backburner and Tiffin.
Backburner Tiffin. Well, I was a Tiffin resident for a good year. And there was only one bar. There was one bar in Tiffin for a town of 5,000 people, right? There's one place you had to go to, and it was the Backburner. They had sand volleyball courts in the background, karaoke every Friday night, great food, a decent, pretty nice interior bar design, a lot of locals. One guy looked like Jeremy Dahmer that was there every weekend. He's got to be absolutely devastated today. Just some really good times, and I can't believe it, because it is the only bar in Tiffin. And well, here, they posted this on Facebook. I'll read this out to you. We are sad to announce that the Backburner Bar and Grill has officially closed its doors. With the challenges of the current economic climate, we have reached a point where continuing forward is no longer possible, and it's time for us to move on.
So sad. I saw a tweet today, Nate, that was like, yeah, being broken up with or ending a long relationship is tough. But have you ever had a place that you were a regular restaurant or bar close?
One of my favorite memories from any karaoke night I've ever seen. My brother was there for this night. It was, I think his name was Dan or Bob. He was a local there, and they had karaoke, and he was singing "I Love This Bar" song.
Oh, Toby Keith.
It was one of the worst sounding voices I've ever heard, and he was drunker than a skunk. I love you, bar. And it was just, it came from the soul and the heart. Talk about back burner, and I knew he meant it for that specific bar. So just hate to see it, man.
Yeah, that sucks. Do they have any more bars, restaurants since you've moved?
Some Mexican restaurants. Well, they have the Top Golf there now, so I'm assuming that's still in business. And I know if you really wanted to, you could drive the extra 10 minutes, go to Iowa City, Coralville, and eat there. So I get that. It's a competition, but still.
It still hurts. You still need your local spot for when you're just grabbing a couple. Maybe you and your wife want a quick dinner or something.
I move out of town and the bar closes. That's the impact my good friend Mickey and I, who is a big fan of the podcast here. He actually let me know this happened. So I know he's starting on the same day as well.
Shows how far your dollar goes.
I move out of Laguna, the KFC closes, and I move out Tiffin, the one bar closes. So I have a great economic impact.
Yeah, absolutely you do. Nate, there's a few places that have been listed in USA Today's 25 best dive bars that you can go to now if you are missing the back burner in Tiffin.
Okay.
These were just announced a couple days ago, maybe even within the last day. You got to let me know if you've been to any of them. I've only been to one. The first, Tip Top in Ames, which I have been to and definitely lives up to the hype. Foxhead Tavern in Iowa City, which I'm kind of banking on you've been to. And then I've let everyone down. I've not been to the Alpine Tap Room in Des Moines here, but after seeing this list on USA Today, will be visiting.
Never even heard of a single one. I've maybe heard of Tip Top. Or is Tip Top? It's not. Where the hell is that in Ames? Do you know?
Yeah, I do. I wish I was better at street names. I think it's off of. It's not Welch. It's more closer. It's closer to the downtown.
Okay.
Like you drive out. Let me look it up now because it's going to bug
what's
me.
that one restaurant everyone in Ames loves?
Lincoln Way. It's off Lincoln Way.
Okay.
Hickory Park.
Hickory Park it must be in that area if I had to guess.
In between like the main street and Hickory Park. Okay. Off Lincoln Way.
I don't know.
Great spot.
Maybe I have been to it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know that you don't have as many Ames experiences. It's great. We hit it right before a tailgate in like 2019 on a party bus. It was a great little stop before we hit the tailgate grounds.
Okay.
The other ones, I feel terrible that I haven't even heard of, like Alpine Tap Room and
Foxhead.
You haven't been to the Iowa City one?
Never even heard of that.
Foxhead Tavern. Okay, those are a couple spots that are now homework for us. We keep saying that we're going to cut back on the drinking, but we can't let these places dissolve.
No. We saw what happened to the back burner Tiff, and we need to bump our numbers up, people.
Yeah, I don't even want to look at that post. That's just tragic. I hate seeing a small town bar close.
Just one you wouldn't expect it close to. That's what's scary. You know, there's bars out there like, oh sure, that makes plenty of sense. This one, I'm like, holy shit.
I'm so used to it, dude. Like growing up in Pella, they didn't want a bar to exist there in the first place, so they did everything they could to close them.
Yeah, that's an anomaly. You were in a much different environment.
That's all I knew.
If you were an investor and you started a bar in Pella, that's your own fault.
Yes.
You're not helping yourself there.
You play yourself. Speaking of, they just lost by a point to Carroll today in the tournament.
I saw that. Carroll had a huge lead, and Pella came back to the lead by 1 and eventually lost. And I just saw that Storm Lake just took down Ben McCollum's son, Tate McCollum, and Solon.
Yep.
A lot of good state basketball going on right now. And, well, speaking of state basketball, there shall be 3 teams from Iowa competing for the NCAA tournament this year. And that always makes for such a better tournament, right? We could cheer on either Drake or UNI. Man, we've had that a lot here last couple of years. Besides last year, Iowa didn't get in. But
between Drake, UNI, like I feel like one of them is always competing, and it's tough. You have to win that tournament. Like even you can have a great record. This year, Miami, Ohio goes 31-0, and they're saying like if you don't win, dude, it's outrageous. So like. It's really cool. I think this is an underappreciated thing that we're going to have 3 tournament teams in a state of 3 million.
As long as something crazy doesn't happen in Iowa. But last 4 years, the Arch Valley has gone through Iowa, right? 3 in a row for Drake, who obviously had a step away from this year, who did beat the number 1 Belmont team, made a little noise before the exit this year. Obviously made the path a lot clearer for UNI, which I think they're winning regardless, Bryce. I am a huge believer in this UNI men's basketball team.
I had so much fun watching them. I'll be straight up. As an alumni, I did not do my job watching this team this year. Man, did I have fun watching them this weekend in St. Louis.
Trey Campbell was absolutely phenomenal. The entire Arch Madness, especially the spotlight this this Sunday versus UIC, where UIC had an answer for almost any time UNI had something going on, but Trey Campbell would just hit a three to keep them out of it. He hit 6 threes, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He was your MVC Arch Madness player of the tournament, rightfully so. And it's crazy to see where this UNI team has been since a couple of months ago. I actually went and watched them play UIC back in the McLeod Center, like 2 months ago, and they lost that game by like double digits.
Yeah.
And the reason for this is they were missing one of their role players, Tristan Smith, who's a power forward for UNI, who brings a lot of physicality, size, and athleticism. And once they got his piece back, it was the whole entire team continued to click. And if I'm a college coach looking to build a roster, UNI is almost a perfect example for what I want to do here. Ben Jacobson has put together, honestly, a Sweet 16 roster, in my opinion. Will Hornsteff at the center. You got 6'8", maybe a little undersized for the NCAA tournament. That's about the only weakness I think. Tristan Smith, 6'6", just a 6'6" fullback built like a freaking linebacker that could jump out of the gym, who had 6 assists and 6 rebounds and maybe got into double figures. 6'7" Schweiger coming off the bench. Trey Campbell, facilitator.
Schweiger looked great.
I mean,
I expect a little bit more from Schweiger in the first round.
Oh, man, I mean, everyone played their role and more, right? UNI has been talked about their defense all year being the number one statistic defense in all of college basketball. If they're playing like this, how they did in the last couple of days in the Arch Madness, and they're shooting the ball and stretching the way that they're built to stretch you, it's kind
of a scary team to play. I would not want to play them.
This is absolutely one of Jacobson's best teams, I think, going to the March Madness.
I remember a couple of years ago, Nate, we went to a Drake game. Bowen Bourne, the starting point guard, was out, and we saw Trey Campbell kind of have his coming to Division I basketball moment, I would say. I think he got double figures, was one of the only top performers for UNI that night. And he has just incrementally got better. He is stone cold. It feels like he gives me Bennett Sturt's energy. Like, he seems so comfortable. He's reliable with the ball. When he turns it over, you feel like it's almost an anomaly. And then just so quick, gets the bucket, can make clutch shots. Like, that's a guy that can make you win a game in the tournament.
Can really do it all. And his composure, right, with UIC's massive runs coming at him, he would just answer for three-pointer, no hesitation every time. That ridiculous Houdini from Kevin Harlan call on that and one that really sealed the deal for UNI. And this is honestly, I cannot wait to watch them again compete against a.
What do you think they get? 14 seed?
No, I think you give them 13, 12, maybe 12. Wow. I really do.
So there's a chance that Iowa gets bounced early in the Big Ten tournament, maybe as like a play-in 11 seed, and UNI is a 12 seed.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a wild world.
Well, we could talk about Iowa now too, I guess. And first, I just a lot of credit to Ben Jacobson, right? He's like the mini Kirk Ferentz of the University of Northern Iowa, establishing a culture where they had a lot of talent on this team last year, right? And they could have easily all gone somewhere. You see NIL picking guys off from mid-majors all the time. God damn, it brought back basically everybody. And especially for Trey Campbell, right? The guy from Cedar Falls kind of took the same path as AJ Green did there, stayed there for 4 years. And I'm incredibly happy to see him and Schweiger, those seniors, Weisboro, ending with an Arch Madness victory. And the first time the Panthers going to the tournament in a decade since the Paul Jesperson.
Since 2016. Yeah, it's so cool. I think Jacobson has an extension too, which is awesome. I love that you brought up the Ferentz comparison, because I think with NIL and how it landed, having these experienced coaches that are set, they're tenured, they're not climbing the ladder anymore, right? Like they're here because they love it. I think we got very, very lucky with both of those coaches. And when NIL happened, because you see what happened to Drake, that they've had to retool the last 2 years.
Yeah. And well, they ended that 10-game losing streak with 2 wins in the Arch Madness, and for some reason, it's Drake's place to be. And obliterating Belmont was arguably the number one mid-major team of all college basketball, maybe outside of Miami, Ohio. So, again, there's a lot of momentum for Drake heading into next season.
Definitely.
But for now, UNI's done their waiting. It's been Drake's spotlight here for the last 7-8 years with DeVries and McCollum, and it's shifting back on Cedar Falls. And I'm a Drake fan. Sure, shit on me all you want, but I like a good product of basketball, and that's exactly what UNI has this year. I cannot wait to support them and watch them in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, awesome, super cool.
Well, let's go to Iowa next because we need to make sure they get into the fucking NCAA tournament. My God, I knew these last 3 games were gonna be bad. You're getting Penn State at a bad time, and kind of the same shit we've seen all year with Michigan and Nebraska. These top tier teams, you're competing so well with them, but you just can't get over that hump. It's the same shit we dealt with football all year. We've been referring back to that. It's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah, super frustrating. The good thing is it does feel like they can hang with a lot of the best teams in the country, at least the conference. The bad thing is, same as football, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day if you can't get a couple of those under your belt. Going back, don't quite close the gap and get the W on the road in Lincoln this last weekend, but it goes to show how big of a win that Nebraska game at home was. And I know they shoved it right back in our face. We did a lot of gloating. We were having a lot of fun. Got a little ugly online yesterday, and they deserve it. They had a great season. I think they might have a real chance at making a run. But, yeah, Nate, to your point, right now we got to focus on getting in the tournament. What do you think has to happen here?
You got to be in no matter what, right? I mean, they're not even say I was on the bubble or anything like that. I'm setting my standards incredibly low so I don't get absolutely my heart torn out when it comes to Selection Sunday in case something ridiculous happens. Because I know like Indiana, who we have like 3 more wins than, are like the first 4 in. So it's like a damn near 100% chance that Iowa's in. Right. That being said, they still have a big opportunity to have a huge loss here Wednesday in the Big Ten tournament. They got to play the winner of Oregon and Maryland. Maryland, who they've already proven they can lose to, and Oregon, who's had a rough season, but they just returned their star player, Nate Biddle. And it's a terrible matchup. It's literally the worst case scenario for Iowa. You win, you get Ohio State, which is tough. They're rolling. And if you win, you play Michigan. Just don't even show up for that game. If you beat Ohio State, get in your bags, get ready for the NCAA tournament. Don't even play the game. It's worthless to me.
Yeah, how quickly do you go on the bubble if you lose to Maryland or Oregon?
You're really flirting with Dayton. And not the worst thing. It really isn't. You're an 11 seed, then you get a win, right? And you got a little bit of momentum before anybody else has played an NCAA tournament game. So still, it's an extra game. It's not where you want to be. You would still like to be called out on Selection Sunday, knowing that you're firmly into the tournament. But I've never been this least amount excited for a Big Ten tournament in my entire life. Could care less.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Maryland and Oregon play, and then we play 11 a.m. Wednesday. Get some win.
So Iowa's first game will be Wednesday. If they win Ohio State on Thursday, I would love to see win Wednesday, win Thursday, lose to Michigan, forget about it that it ever happened.
But if you do that, you might put yourself into the 8 or 9 seed.
I know.
And
which is the worst place to be. If you're like, I don't know how you coach this because that's just not who McCollum is, but you do not want to be an 8 or 9 seed.
No. And you can't coach that way. You can't. You go out and try to win every game, but like there's some pros here to losing these last couple of games down the stretch, and you're competing, right? So I hope the committee likes that. Like, hey, they're competing. Let's not hurt them too much here, right? I don't know how they think about that. They probably don't, but
worst case scenario is 8-9 seed. Now 10-11, I think that's where McCollum thrives. We saw it last year.
Yeah, no shit, right? 11 seed versus Missouri. Then you had a good chance against the number 3 Texas Tech. The tier from the 1 seeds, the 2 seeds is so dramatically different.
Yeah,
it's you're not going to beat a Florida or a freaking who's a Houston. Actually, no, Houston dropped out. Arizona, hell no, you're not competing with them or Michigan. No. Even though we did, I know we did, but that was at Carver. I don't like.
Yeah, very different neutral site. 1 through 4 is really, the sifter has been out. You know who the gems in the league are, and you do not want to play 1 seed in the second round.
Yeah, I'm just happy to get some basketball on the neutral court. I think that's where coaching will.
Well, shoot, aren't we still undefeated on a neutral court this year?
I think so. Yeah, back in that tournament in the KC Center in the tournament out west in San Diego. So for some reason, I remember Caitlin Clark saying her senior year, she's like, it was so beneficial for us to get away from Carver, right? West Virginia pushed them to their limits at Carver, and once they got to neutral court, it felt like a lot of pressure's off you, and you really just get to play basketball and let your coaching, right, out-coach other teams, and that's what I think neutral courts provides for a lot of teams that a lot of people might not understand.
It's actually a great point. Once again, Caitlin Clark, W take. Yeah, you forget how much with a competitive conference that the pressure to win at home is even more immense because you expect to almost lose on the road. That's a great point. Neutral site coming up. Maybe it's a good thing. Unless you're Hilton Magic and you just cruise every time you're at home.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Iowa State, we talked last Monday, so they lost that night to Arizona, and I'm not worried about that one bit. No, I'm not going to even talk about that game. You lose at Arizona with you freaking do. Move on from it as long as you ended senior night accordingly for the seniors, especially Taman Lipsy, which they did. They struggled in the first half. I think they were down 5 points.
Yeah, 4 points, and they went on a 24-2 run.
Yeah, that's good. Arizona State was just coming off a huge win versus Kansas, so I thought there might be a little momentum from Arizona State, in which you got it in the first half. But Iowa State able to put that to an end. And one of my favorite Iowa State Cyclone player of all time, Taman Lipsy. Love him. Absolutely love him.
Couple friends in the Des Moines friend group hate him. I love him. I love a guy that sticks around the hometown, goes to college, homegrown guy, and he's just solid. I love him.
If you're a coach, that's the player you want on your team. They call him the governor. Did you see that?
Yeah, it goes hard. I like that.
You can't call him the mayor because of Fred Hoiberg. Even though he left, I think you should revoke that title from him. But the governor does go hard. So they're able to get the W here. And Iowa State, so this is a little bit more important of a conference tournament for Iowa State for seeding aspects versus Iowa. And so I'm actually more excited to watch the Big 12 tournament this year. They'll get the winner of 13 seed Baylor and 12 seed Arizona State on Wednesday. So they'll play Wednesday too.
Okay. And what do you think Iowa State's trying to do?
Damn, same time as Iowa.
That's terrible timing. They got to do better. What do you think their strategy is? Is the 2 seed still in play for them if they have a great Big 12 tournament?
Yeah, you're playing for the 2 seed right now. Weird matchup. You don't like playing physical teams anytime in basketball, right? And Baylor's one of those scrappy physical teams. If they're hitting their shots, they could do some damage. I think you take care of Arizona State, no problems. I think you want Arizona State to win that game. Take them, and then you got Texas Tech, who is probably a team you do not want to play, but a great chance for redemption for the Iowa State Cyclones.
Yeah, I like it. I do kind of expect with the Cyclones, I expect a little bit of a run here. I really do, and I think you want it. I think when you're in the 1 through 4 seeds, every seed you go up higher is better. 4 than 13 feels like a death sentence.
Because were they like? Were they a 3 seed last year? I think they were a 3 seed.
3 playing a 14. Yeah, that sounds right.
Is that right? Okay. So you want to get that 2 seed, get as far away from the 1 seed, if you know the 3rd seed's on the opposite side of the bracket too. But I mean, if you beat Texas Tech, you still got to go through Arizona. And I haven't seen the projections. I'm trying to lay my eyes off them right now because Iowa's pissed me off, and I hate looking at NCAA projections. But I would assume Iowa State is going to be a 3 seed. I
think that's where they're sitting, unless they have an incredible run.
Yeah, which it's possible. But teams like Texas Tech, and we saw BYU do it to last year, to Iowa State and Hilton South, right? There's the shoot lights out, and that's what Texas Tech did a week ago in Hilton. So you're going to get the fan base down in Kansas City, but how can they defend the 3-point line? That's going to be their go-to.
We got Sturts for Iowa. We have Trey Campbell for UNI, and dark horse player. I think Bateman for Iowa State is going to be. He's going to be feast or famine. He might be the guy that hits the clutch shots in the tournament this year. It might finally be this guy that they've been looking for years.
The way he's been playing lately, it wouldn't surprise me.
He is a. Excuse my language, and if for some random reason you're listening, Bateman, you are a crazy mofo. You launch threes like I've never seen before. And when they go in, it's electric. And I think you might be the guy.
Just shoots it, man. Just shoots it.
I love that.
I respect that. Well,
hey, if Jefferson, Milan, Taman haven't been able to do it, maybe it's time for Heisey and Bateman to step up and help them out.
They'll need it. They'll definitely need it. It'll depend on the matchups, but it's this time of the year where for some reason players seem to shoot a little bit better in March. And I hate to throw my cousin under the bus here, but this was funny. He was struggling. He was struggling a little bit in betting. I'm not going to say his name, but I'm sure you can guess who. Struggled a little bit in betting. And he's like, what should I do? I'm like, you got to pick a team that's favored. just get a win underneath your belt.
Oh, no.
He said, okay. So he picked Navy, who was minus 345 money line. I don't know if you caught the game last night. Navy got the stop with 10 seconds to go. Their player of the year in the conference drove a coast to coast and laid it in with like 4 seconds to go. They give them a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
Boston College, it's Boston University. It's like their power forward dribbles the ball up the court, inside the half court, goes behind the back, launches it and just cans it.
Dude, if I need a win, no offense to your cousin, I'm not going mid-major. I can promise you that. A mid-major minus 345 is a lot different than a blue blood minus 345.
I watched it live happen too.
That's so bad.
He just says "F my life," but he's like, but he followed up perfectly. Like he's like, "This is March. This is what it's all about." So
this is March.
And he's right. So can't wait for more of these shots to go in. We're gonna wrap up this episode with our draft segment, our second week doing the draft, and we're gonna be drafting 5 players each for all-time tournament and all-time NCAA tournament players from the 4 universities in Iowa.
Very excited. We've been hinting at it all episode. I know this is one that gets us both excited. This is the time to make your name, and these guys have already made a name for themselves. So I'm hoping you don't cross off too many on my list because I did very, very recent ones. I tried to avoid players I didn't watch myself. I had to throw a few in there because they're legends. But
right. So for the old timers listening to this, we're gonna hurt your soul in this in our draft. I'm keeping this relevant. Players who've had an impact in my lifetime, who've made big shots, who've done some damage for the 4 colleges in the state of Iowa. So, and a reminder for how the draft works. If Bryce picks a name, that name is off the list. I cannot choose him. So our list will be completely different.
Yep. Good terms. Are you kicking this thing off or am I?
I'll give you, you choose first.
Okay. I'm going to lock in at least one of the UNI legends.
That's smart.
Within the last quarter century, Nate. And I'm trying to gauge your face here because I know who you would take. All right, I'm going to go Ali Farokhmanesh. Okay. I have to do it. Clutch buzzer beater against UNLV with 4.9 seconds left, and then the iconic 16 points and dagger 3 against Kansas. I have to have Ali Farokhmanesh.
I forget about a shot against UNLV. I forgot how big of a shot that was.
Yeah. Yeah, go-ahead bucket against UNLV before facing the overall number 1 seed, Kansas. I think that's also forgotten that they were the favorite to win that year. And
one of probably the biggest shot in the NCAA tournament that wasn't a buzzer beater.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, there's still 20 some seconds left.
That had to been Kevin Harlan on the call, right? He's everywhere. He makes every call. Yeah.
The best in the business.
Yeah, so Bryce, you played that right because my first 2 picks were going to be UNI legends. So my first pick, well, he's gone. You just took him. So my follow-up is Paul Jesperson.
Yep. I knew that was going to happen. Man, I love Jesperson. Especially because it was our peak college time, too.
And the cool part about that was he was in my apartment the week prior.
Yeah, great story. That's why I didn't pick him, by the way.
I appreciate it.
You have a more personal touch.
I had a personal connection with him. He was in a PE class with one of my roommates, and they're just talking about playing Call of Duty, and Jesperson didn't have a PS3, so he came over and played Call of Duty with like 5 of us guys. We had to share remote every 5 games, so he didn't really get to play much. But he was just the coolest dude, the chillest and coolest dude I've ever seen from a college athlete. I'm like, I fucking love this guy. And back in Oklahoma, we all watched it take place at the half-court heave against Texas, and just an all-time day because Adam Woodbury earlier had that tip and buzzer beater too.
The putback that same day.
It was just a
day. Such an iconic shot, dude. Like, just when you think UNI cannot possibly top anything like that in their history, just a few years later, half-court shot to beat a premier program.
They got that voodoo magic in the NCAA tournament. Man, a lot of people are excited to see UNI back in the tournament because what they've accomplished.
You just never know. Was that Tuttle, Washburn, Jesperson?
No, Tuttle was
out
the year before.
Okay.
This was like Matt Bohannon, Clint Carlson, Wes Washburn, and then Jesperson.
Oh, yeah, Carlson. Carlson was a freaking beast, too. All right, you're circling back.
Okay, give me... God, we really don't have... Luka Garza. And the sad thing about this list in recent years, like these teams haven't really made any deep runs. You know, the state of Iowa seems to be fucking cursed. Obviously, Luka Garza did not have a deep run. Right? He had 2 tournament appearances. I know played a really good game against Cincinnati and Tennessee. Almost had that great comeback that year. Mm-hmm. Next year is when he really emerged, and COVID happened, so didn't get an opportunity there. Senior year against Grand Canyon, and then pits up, I think, 40 points against Oregon, and then we still get blown up by 20.
Yeah, get demolished. They were so much more athletic. Nate, the problem with this list a little bit for Iowa is that Iowa and deep runs in the tournament don't really mix.
No, they don't. Hopefully that changes this year.
Great choice, though, because Garza just had a legendary year that year, and he did literally everything he possibly could. But at the end of the day, Oregon was just better.
I appreciated that.
Nate, I'm going to circle back with a player I did not watch, but it is the only Final Four appearance in this school's history. So I'm going to go with Dolph Pulliam from Drake.
Oh, Dolph. Yep, Dolph the legend. Oh, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a great pick.
Dolph had to be on there. One of the few Final Fours in the state's history, really. And then I'm trying to debate what I want to do here. I think I have to go Melvin Edgem.
Yeah.
Oh, Sweet 16. No, Elite 8 run for Edgem.
I'm glad you brought his name up. It just made me think of somebody. I can add it. This list is poor. There's not a lot of iconic legends outside of UNI's. Guy, that's a great name. I'm going to follow that right back with just add him to the list. Or do I want to add him? God, we're getting low.
I know, it goes fast.
I'm going to do a tie. I'm going to do 2 and 2 here. Royce White and DeAndre Kane. Similar players.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Is that cool?
Royce on there. I didn't have Kane, but Kane was one of the first players I saw in Hilton, and he had, I think, 25 points that day against West Virginia, and it was just, he was a baller, man.
DeAndre Kane, anytime he throw it in the lane, he somehow made the freaking shot. He was a fullback playing point guard. Had the buzzer beater against North Carolina in the second round. He finished with 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Royce White, his dunk on Anthony Davis.
Oh, unbelievable.
He's like, I'm the best player. And then it was against one of the best NCAA tournament teams of all time, which they finished that season undefeated. But he was an absolute legend. Obviously, his career didn't end the way it wanted because of Plains, but hey, NCAA tournament. So I tied those guys together. I'm kind of cheating. Had to. I'm going to go follow that up with Bennett Sturts, Drake, from last year. Gotcha. I got you.
I had him on there. I did have Royce on there, too. Did not have DeAndre. So I'm okay with that collab pick.
The one leg floater 3-pointer shot against Missouri. Iconic.
Yeah. And I was going to ask if he was eligible, but I think, obviously he already played in the tournament last year for an Iowa team, so absolutely eligible, and we'll just see. That might grow to be a great pick. That might be historically even better.
Okay, so I have 4 down. I think you wrap up your 2 here.
I got 2 left.
Okay.
I'm going to go George Niang and a player I don't know well, Marcus Fizer, for Iowa State as well.
Okay.
It was between Ronnie Lester and Marcus Fizer. So I got George Niang, Marcus Fizer, Melvin Edgem, Dolph Pulliam, Ali Farouk-Manesh.
Okay, good. That's a good variety there. I like the Dolph. My favorite one's Dolph. Totally forgot about him. And obviously he became really relevant last year with Drake's success. So classic legend. Good list there, Bryce. I'm going to wrap up one here, an oldie too. Maurice Newby from UNI, 1990. The guy from Des Moines East, hit the game winner to knock out the 3 seed Missouri Tigers.
Yeah, nice. I like that pick. So what's your mix of like Iowa State, Iowa, UNI, and Drake? You got a little variety there too?
Yeah, I think I don't have no Drake players. I thought about throwing Adam Emanecker on there, but that Western Kentucky loss just hurt too much. Otherwise, I think he would have really made a run that. He only had 14 points that game too, so it's hard to put him down there. I think we kind of touched it all. So honorable mentions to Adam Woodbury, buzzer beater, Jordan Bohannon.
Bohannon needs an honorable mention. I know people fucking hate that dude.
I love him. I love it. Bohannon made so many big time plays at Iowa. Insane.
If you're an Iowa fan, you love that guy.
Yeah, big win, big and one versus Cincinnati. Hit a lot of threes late in that Tennessee game to give Iowa a chance at winning that game. Would have been one of the largest comebacks in NCAA tournament history. And Jordan Eagleseder.
Yeah. Oh man, I love those guys. The Cook brothers.
That was such a good team. A lot of height.
Yeah, Eagleseder. Yeah, he had the big. Irish tattoo, right?
No, I think he might have too. There was another guy who had the Irish, who was actually Irish on the team.
Right.
Forget what
Cedar did not. He was the big guy. Lucas O'Rear.
What a team. And
great team.
Eggle Cedar was hitting Dirk Nowitzki fadeaways against Kansas. He had a 3-pointer in that game too, just from Mechanicsville, Iowa, super small. So just one of the great classic stories that season was. I wish that team could have made a little bit farther run.
This is fun. I think it's going to be a great March. I don't know who's going to make the run. Maybe it's the
buy stock in UNI.
Yeah, why not UNI?
Buy stock in UNI. They are structured for a run if they're hitting shots. They can defend.
I love March.
Great size. It's the best time of the year. So, yeah. I can't wait. We are no longer going to the NCAA tournament. We are now doing a bachelor party for my brother.
Oh, okay.
Nice. We're just going to Bellevue Airbnb next weekend.
Nice.
So
nice.
I know the girls don't want to see us drink for 4 straight days and gamble and watch March Madness. So we just screw it. Nobody's going to interfere with what we're trying to do. So we'll be in Bellevue.
Love it. Yeah. I mean, what better way to spend some time than just locking into all the games? Mm-hmm. Great choice.
Good list. Well, guys, I wish the weather was going to stay like this all week. This sucks. So nice out today, but hang in there, people. It's March. It's going to throw some curveballs at you. Let's get that white stuff officially out of the forecast. I don't need to see any more of it this year. And let's have some fun in our conference tournaments, and let's get some momentum to the NCAA tournament.
Amen. Have a good week, everybody.